taking off from Capetown International in the Edgeley Optica, flying to just to waypoint 1 of my mission, the Cape, to check out what the ORBX construction team has done to upgrade downtown Capetown. Looking forward to it. We are taking off to the south, even though I've got a tailwind. What can you say? These things happen. Got to do what we're told. So let's go. Brakes off. Just playing with the rudders, getting a feel for it. It's only my 4th or 5th sortie in this aircraft, and still really a novice. Going 50 knots. Let's get it off the ground. That's good. 60 knots. 2600 RPM. That's close to the maximum. Trim is good. So let's pull up the map just to remind ourselves where the Cape goes. This flight. It's going to head off to the north, waypoint 1, and fly around the Cape of Good Hope. So we're only going to waypoint 1 in this sortie. Check out all the
007 continue for south departure.
All the fun stuff. Mike India Golf copy.
Capetown Tower 007 continue for south departure.
Okay, let's go. 780 feet, climbing to 1,000. Fantastic airport, this one. Hours of fun exploring. I've only just started to explore what's there. So I think I'll head first to waypoint 1 directly, which should be that direction. Yep, pretty much on track. And let's see what we can see. Now the first thing I see is a lot of elevated land, which was not there before. So that's cool, even if it looks a bit weird, I've got to say. See what happens as we get closer. Yeah, 2700. I'm going to dial it back to 2500. Go, which will bring us back to about 100 knots, I think. Yeah, we're pretty much following this main road into town. It's time, it's 10:19 in the morning. Pretty quiet on the road. Now I do want to take the Shock Ultra up to the top of that plateau later in the day and see if I can actually find somewhere to land up there. Now they reckon they've put about 110 new buildings in the CBD, which would be nice to see, and about 30 or so high detailed models. I did notice flying with Flying Singer around the Cape of Good Hope down there yesterday, a lighthouse. Yeah. So I won't go back there in this today because it'll take too long, but I will jet around later and have another look at it. Or maybe send the high-speed drone down. So we're a little bit south of track, but we are following the road, and we are
007 leaving my airspace, frequency change approved.
Getting to waypoint 1. Mike India Golf copy.
Capetown Tower 007 frequency change.
So interesting to see as we get closer, those anomalous elevations are disappearing. So I presume the other ones will too as we get closer. I imagine it's some sort of conflict between the year or so ago when this upgrade was produced and the current sim update 8, I think we're in, elevation information. Anyway, no big deal. We're here to see the buildings. I paid to see the cartoonies, and I want to see the cartoonies. There's Yosemite Sam, famous philosopher of the West, Wild West, said. You've got a nice, I guess it's a radio antenna. Now that could be from the We Love VFR scenery, global scenery I've got installed. But I'm not sure that they've touched Africa yet, so let's reserve judgment on that. Let's check our map before we start ogling the buildings. So yeah, pretty got much on track to waypoint 1, which is really the northeast part of the town. So we'll start across up there and work our way back across around the bay to the north. Let's check out this. Looks like a hospital, I would say. Very nice. So there's our first upgraded building. I love the overpass there, pedestrian overpass, helipad there. Yeah, they did mention they'd added a lot of working helipads, so look forward to coming back later and trying that. So that's a nice complex which was not there before. Let's see if we can do a bit of an orbit. Yeah, how much my speed? 60 knots. Beautiful foliage there, courtesy of MiGMan's global season upgrades. So what I'll do a cursory flyover in the Optica here, which is great for sightseeing, but of course the ultimate is my Stark Industry / MiGMan technology powered high-speed drone. I'll send it up back to loiter around these spots. That looks great. Let's continue. Yeah, it's powered by an arc generator, so I can stay up all day and hover, of course. I can already see a lot more action in the docks with military ships and huge cranes, container ships. We'll come back that way in a moment. Alright, there's a lot of new action here. Big blue high-rise catches your eye. Some sort of stadium down here, I presume, in this round building. Maybe a entertainment venue. I guess this is a government administration, or it could be an old fort by the shape of it. Yeah, castle maybe. My ignorance of South African geography is outstanding. Oh, that looks great. Wow, it's like night and day actually, compared to the standard scenery, although I'm careful to use that when I design all the flights in the tour. I like to come back and see what people have added. The stadium looks incredible and amazing landmark to navigate by. tower. Even more high rise. Down to the south, then Greenpoint Lighthouse. It looks like it's this red building here. The red stripes, is that it? It's in about the right spot. In fact, it's in exactly the right spot. Must be it. I did mention it in my flight plan, hoping it would eventually turn up in the standard scenery, but it hasn't done so yet. Okay, I'll send the drone back later for a better look. I'll add it to the lighthouse. It'll be the first in the lighthouse video series. Great looking stadium, it's massive. Always have very green grass. Maybe it's AstroTurf in those stadiums. Right, let's go over the docks here. Oh, big Ferris wheel. Let's go a little bit to the left. So I think you can land on that green helipad. If you've got a chopper, of course. Let's have a look what else they've got in there. Cable laying ship, couple. That's cool. Super yacht. Some kind of frigate. Fantastic. Oh, yep, more yachts over here. Wow. That is awesome. Look at all the balconies. It's a balcony bonanza. Must be IMAX theatre or a Chinese restaurant with a blue roof. One or the other. Yep. Yeah, definitely I'm going to spend quite a bit of time up here remote piloting the drone. Big cruise ship. Let's get down amongst it a bit. We're 600 feet. Just take a bit of a turn around this bay. My guys already spoke to the harbour master guys. They said, yep, we're fine to fly wherever we like. These are big ships. Super nice. 80 knots. I want to make sure I don't repeat my stalling incident of a couple of days ago. That Optica is still being repaired. And we reimbursed the farmer for his haystack. Look at that. They're great cranes. Wow. So glad I got this aircraft. Now to climb over these lights. Look at the storage racks. Interesting. What did I say about stalling? Yeah, because I got down to 40 knots. Okay, let's first thing get speed back. Okay, back to 80 knots. Got my flaps up. Yes. Okay. Let's just keep an eye on the speed there. Lots of yachts. Lots of yachts, great ships. Quite a varied collection. I shall go to the left. Back at 100 knots now and 2400 RPM. I'll keep the speed up a bit, I think. Cranes are great. Love cranes. Spent a lot of time flying choppers in Seattle amongst the cranes in what was that sim? Hooked on Helicopters. About 10 years old, but I only found it 18 months ago. Spent a whole month in it. I'll go with the middle here. Yeah, this is fun. They're great. Like a gas carrier with the red spheres on the deck. Pressurized gas, I imagine. Amazing. I'm going to open that window. Starboard window.
Capetown Tower Globe, 1514 miles, south inbound for DME, Zulu runway, 01 approach.
Globe 151 Capetown Tower. Altimeter 29.9, 2 wind 025 at 51. Cleared for DME, Zulu runway, 01 approach.
Cleared VOR DME, Zulu runway, 01 approach, Globe 151.
Pure coincidence that the radio came alive when I opened that window, I imagine. Another helipad here and 2 naval vessels. Very nice. Had the good fortune to spend a few hours aboard an Australian frigate some years ago, and got into a funny exchange with the captain about Sea Sparrow missiles, and got a live demonstration of the electro-optical targeting system for the main guns, which I recognised immediately as being what you see in AH-64 attack helicopters. And they demonstrated by slewing the main gun towards what they said was the balcony of a person who was like a vexatious complainant about their activities down there in the naval yards. It was quite funny. Yeah, this is great scenery. The fishing boats, lots of fishing. Wow, I could probably spend an hour just flying around this dock. But I'll push on now to along the shore. Yeah, just make sure I want to come back. Okay, speed. I did drop the flaps in that last pass just to one stage. Give you a bit more security. Let's buzz this sailing boat and see if he's going anywhere. I think he's just hanging. I think he's put his anchor down. Yeah, he must be testing his sea anchor. Still looks very cool. Right. Let's head along the shore back to the east. So if you look at the map, you'll see pretty much just been hanging around waypoint 1 in the Cape flight. Cool. Yeah, once again we get those anomalous mirages with the elevation points over here. It could be something to do with the settings I use for resolving scenery at distance, but works for me everywhere else, so I'm not going to touch those settings. Stuck between these two ships. the two lights. Awesome. Shut that window again.
Capetown Tower, Globe 151 is going missed.
It's weird, every time I
Globe 151, contact Cape Town approach on 119.7.
open and close that window, the radio kicks in. That's probably unrelated.
for Globe 151.
Obviously some new buildings over there, but we'll just continue a bit further around the bay. Storage tanks, not sure whether they were there before. There's another airport up here which we're just going past too. Let's climb a bit, see if we can see anything of note. And I'll check position again. So I'll go around a bit further. And of course I might take the MB339 up. It's got the wide angle recon cameras attached. And I usually scope out courses in that first because I can just get a broad view and see what catches my eye. Yeah, they did mention a couple of airports out there in that island. Let's just climb a bit, see if we can see if it's worth going over there. We might send the drone over. But I didn't recall seeing those details before. Yeah, I think I'll send the drone or I'll take the jet out there later. Okay, let's turn around. Nice little golf course there. Let's go to the southwest. Just get myself trimmed up. And check map again. Actually, I'll fly south here between waypoint 1 and the airport and just see what we can see. Could be a new power station there. Nice looking park. Kind of wilderness sanctuary, I guess. Seems like most of the action's over that way. Is that the hospital we flew over on the way up? I think it is. No, I think that was more to the west over there. Let's have a look. Yep, yeah, it's a different set of buildings. Oh, look at the car parks with the circular up, on and off ramps. Nice. Watch the speed here. We're good. Okay, that's pretty nice. Turning back to the south. Cool, okay, well that's 26 minutes, so I think I'll go back and land. Yep, let's do that. And I'll send the high-speed drone up. But I certainly saw a lot of new objects and buildings. Let's talk to the airport. Channel 2. Channel 2. Mike India Golf 3.
Capetown Tower 007 is 4 miles northwest 900 feet with Oscar to land.
007 Capetown Tower. Altimeter 29er, 2 wind 025 at 51. Make left traffic runway 01.
Mike India Golf, copy.
Make left traffic runway 01007.
Runway 01, I'll just dial that in. Zero 2 0 1. Okay, so we're heading more or less downwind. I've got 2.5 minutes to try to get it on the ground. I think I might just manage it. Don't want to overspeed the engine. We're about 2700 now. I'll try to do a quick turnaround, short landing. There's the runway. Mind you, safety first. Safe flying should take precedence over convenience of video editing. Not that I do much editing actually, I like to do live videos like this one. So I've got 90 seconds to get on the ground. Can I do it? I think I can. Yeah. Just get past the threshold and then turn for final. Should be cleared in about 2 seconds.
007
Okay.
wind 025 at 51. Cleared to land runway 01.
Flaps 1. Go flaps 2. Steep turn, keep the power up, 63 knots.
Acknowledge last transmission.
Mike India Golf, copy.
Cleared to land runway 01007.
We're just going to squeak it in. I've got 32 seconds to get on the ground. We're going to be good. 73 knots for this aircraft. We've got heaps of speed up. Let's let it float down. And pretty crap landing, but we're down.
007